Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Fajar Ramadan. I'm from 2A INDRALAYA class and my last 3 digits student number is 003. So this is my final exam. The theme is about education. Okay. So the first answer. So I would like to talk about education. So the first question is, what makes a good student? So I think a good student is who always practice in all of material at the school, and a good student is who always pray to their God or Allah Subhanahu wa Taala to get good understanding every day. And then the next question is, what role should the teacher have in the classroom? So in my view, the teacher should be an interesting or can be evidence for the students in the classroom. So the teacher should not be a person who just explain the material and who just give the assignment to the student, but the teacher should be the one who students can I can say in Indonesia, guru itu adalah orang yang bisa dicontoh oleh para siswanya ada dalam kelas. And then the teacher should be hero in the classroom, the hero of educations. Okay, so the next question is, do you think computers will one day replace teachers in the classroom? I'm not sure computers one day will replace teachers in the classroom, because surely I can tell you the computers will not replace teachers in the classroom, because there is no one who can replace teachers in the classroom. Okay, so the next question is, how has teaching changed in your country in the last few decades? So from my view, there are just the diligent student or the students who practice more, who will be a good students or an interesting students in my country. The students who didn't interested in educations will just be in the usual day. So from what I view in my country, there is no change in my country in the last few decades, even though in Indonesia or where I live in Indonesia. And then the next thing is, what is the difference between the way children learn and the way adults learn? So the difference between the way children learn and the way adults learn is, the way children learn is more easier and more interesting and more easier to understand. Okay, so when the children learn something, there will be many of color or something interesting. There is no complicated things when the children learn. And then the way adults learn is more complicated than the way children learn. For example, the way children learn mathematics is just 1 + 1 is 2. But the way adults learn is, for example, 2 multiples 2 is 4. Okay, something like that. The way adults learn is more complicated, and there will be seldom time when adults learn and find something interesting and fun in the class. Okay, so the conclusions between the way children learn and the way adults learn is, the way children learn is more interesting, but the way adults learn is more complicated. And the last question is, how can a teacher make lessons for children more interesting? So a teacher should be an interesting and more fun in class. Should be a hero and can make an interesting lesson for children, and hope there will be a more interesting class every day. Okay, I think that's all about my explanation in this final exam. I'm so sorry for my grammar or how I present this direct speaking. I'm very sorry, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.